Hey guys, so you want to study abroad in Japan. I'm about to tell you how Andrew and I, the guy I'm co-hosting this channel with, this is how we did it. And first off, I'd like to say that honestly the process is it's really not that difficult. But it does take a lot of time and you're going to have to put a lot of effort forward. You got to wait a while for all these papers and stuff to go through, but honestly the work's really not that hard at all. Also, this is college, university level, not high school. So if you're trying to figure out how to do it in high school, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to do it. But I'm sure there's some other videos that are great for that. And maybe I can still help you some way. But this is really centered toward college, university, and this is also our experience at our university. What we did was we had to go to this office we had at our campus, and it's called the Office of Education Abroad. And you probably have something kind of like it's pretty much just like an international office. If you have anything like that, you really need to talk to them about it. But anyways, we went there and we made an appointment, and it was just this real small meeting. It lasted for about, I want to say like 45 minutes, not long, and it was really general and really broad. It pretty much just told you really basic information stuff. It wasn't even about Japan or really anywhere specific. It was just really general, kind of get you interested in it. But it's probably still nice. It was a while ago when I went. But anyways, that's what we had to do first. And then we went into this little room and we had a bunch of like pamphlets and stuff. And it pretty much like had all the different countries you could go to for my school. And then like all the different schools. And they had like requirements and all that type of stuff that you like kind of needed to know. But anyway, so yeah, I looked at that stuff and we found the schools we wanted to go to. And by the way, my school has like sister school programs where they will send Japanese students to our school, and then we'll send our students to their schools. And we have about, I want to say like 6 or 7, and there's some in Tokyo, Nagoya, that's where we're going, Nagoya University of Foreign Studies, Kyoto, and Oita and Kyushu. I think that's it. And then there's also the ISTEP program, which I'm pretty sure a lot of schools have that program. I'm not positive, but I think so. So if you have questions, go to your international office. Hopefully you have one. I would think you would have something like it, and talk about ISTEP or study abroad, sister schools, something like that. But anyways, we figured out what school we wanted, and we had to go and meet with an international office advisor. And they pretty much talked to us about a lot of stuff that was really important, but you might not think about it right away, like banking and stuff, and cell phones and all that type of thing. And it lasted for probably like another 45 minutes. And oh, by the way, this all wasn't in one day. This happened over a long time. This was before I could start the paperwork, by the way. So this isn't all in one day. But yeah, so they talked to us about that type of stuff. And then after that, she did give me some paperwork, but it couldn't be turned in right away. So I got through, right? I started doing this stuff like way before I could actually go. And I'd advise you to do that too, because the longer the time you have to prepare for it, the more you're prepared you're going to be. So yeah, it's really helpful to do that. And yeah, so that worked out real well. And pretty much on that paperwork, you just put like your primary school you want to go to, and then your secondary. And then it was really like general stuff like your name, address, phone number, just stuff you always put in paper. And then there was also something you had to write like a page about like why you wanted to go to Japan. And then there's some simple questions. And that was so easy. Like you could write like a whole book about that. It's Japan. Probably not like a whole book, but like a chapter. So I could write a lot about it. It's easy. The questions were easy too. I don't remember what they were, but they're not hard. Like I said, it took a little time to write them, but in school, writing. What else? Oh yeah, once all that paperwork was done and I could finally turn it in. And the reason I couldn't turn it in earlier on was because I did it so early. They wanted me to turn the stuff in the semester before I was going. So there was about like 6 months in advance, I guess, before like the actual plane's gonna leave. But I don't know, your school might be different. Just ask them about it. So I turned it in about 2 months later, solid 2 months later. That's when they actually emailed me saying, hey, you're accepted, congrats, and then they had a bunch more paperwork. Everyone actually who applied to my school got accepted, and there's 14 students going to Japan, and I think that's more than average. So that was, you know, that's pretty awesome. So, don't be scared of it, or not this part anyways. Living there is gonna be kind of different, but anyways, the whole application process, like I said, not bad. Go for it. And let's see, more paperwork, like medical safety type stuff, easy. Well, I say easy, it's just reading, but you really need to pay attention to it because kind of important. Stuff like that. I had to go see a doctor. He made sure I had all my shots before I went. I didn't have to get any more shots. That worked out well. Yeah, just stuff like that. I turned that paperwork in. About a week later, I got more paperwork. Pretty simple stuff. And like in this paperwork also, it was more centered toward my school. It was a little bit less general. So I said like where I wanted to live. Like my campus, Nagoya University of Foreign Studies, called NUFS for short. NUFS actually had international dorms on campus. So that's what I signed up for. And then kind of like class type stuff. And the classes were kind of complicated, honestly. But pretty much what we had to do is we had to just, I went on NUF's website and I looked up the classes that I liked. I wrote them down on this special form and I took it to my teachers and they pretty much checked over it and made sure that I could transfer the credits over to my school after my year was done. And so pretty much, they kind of just checked stuff, and it was a lot of running around. You had to get a bunch of signatures, but it wasn't too bad. It was just kind of annoying, honestly. But it's done, and now it's the summer, and it's still 2 more months before me and Andrew and I go to Japan, Nagoya, and we just got our packets from NUFS, or the official acceptance packet. From the actual school itself, and it's just saying congrats, welcome, can't wait to see you, and then where I'll be living, when I should arrive, and also they can pick me up there, which is really nice, because the flight looks like it's gonna be about 16 hours, and I think it's 20 hours in total, including layovers and stuff, so it's gonna be a long day, pretty much, to say the least, and on top of that, you're in a completely different culture, and I'm not awful at Japanese, but I'm nowhere near fluent or anything, close, so it's gonna be pretty overwhelming. So, if you can have that option available to you too, I would suggest taking full advantage of that. And scholarships are available if you want to study abroad. Some of them require a lot of work, but those usually pay you a lot more. And I applied for one. I'm supposed to hear back from them this month, and we got 4 days left in the month and I haven't heard from them, so it's probably not a good thing, but hey, you win some, you lose some, right? But whatever. I don't need that money. I'm kidding, I do. But my school actually offers $600 every month. It's supposed to help with housing, but housing there is not actually, it's actually cheaper in my school in Japan than it is in my home university. So I actually will be saving a lot of money with housing, and with that scholarship, it's actually more than enough. And so that's actually really useful. And I know a couple of schools have that, it's not just mine. So this is where research comes in, and honestly, you'll be researching this whole semesters, even before that, hopefully, and just all sorts of stuff, It's really a lot of stuff, and that's why I say it's not really hard. It just takes a lot of time and effort. So research, really important, and just check out everything, because that scholarship money could really help you out. And I think that's about it. Talk about classes, paperwork. I didn't go into too much detail with the paperwork. I'm sorry about that. I don't actually remember all of it. Scholarships. I think I already said that. Yeah, whatever. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to know, feel free to ask. I'll be glad to help you with anything if I can. And so me and Andrew will be going to Nagoya in about 3 months from now, and we hope to do a lot of vlogs and just sharing the culture and kind of our adventures there. So, you know, I really hope you guys will like kind of like tune in and wait for that stuff, because I mean we're pretty excited about it. If you got the drive for it, you know, go for it. Hey.